this is a follow-up to a ghosting experience that I shared in the Ghosting Talks community. Just to recap, I am a widower. I lost my wife several years ago. And at the time, I wasn't looking to get into another relationship, but I reconnected with a friend from my past from many, many years ago, and it wasn't something that we had planned. We just sort of realized that we had feelings for each other. It was refreshing. It was something that I needed, but we had very, very different lives in the 30 years that we'd known each other. I was happily married to my wife for 28 years. I had um, an amazing experience with her. She was my soulmate. And so when this other opportunity came up with this woman, I did not have that kind of luck. She had many abusive relationships. She dealt with a lot of trauma, a lot of domestic violence and things that were difficult for her. She had her baggage, I had mine, but somehow we made it work. And it was nice. We enjoyed our time together. But I noticed something about her. Whenever she would get overwhelmed by things, she would shut down. And there was a point in our relationship where we'd been together for a couple months, and then she got sick. She couldn't work, and she got overwhelmed, and she ghosted me. She basically shut down, and it was difficult at first. I was trying to figure out what I had done, if it was something I had said to her, if had triggered her somehow. But then I realized it wasn't me. It was her. It was just the things that she had been through in her life that caused her to do this. So I gave her space. I said, you know what? When she's ready, she can come back to me, and we'll pick up where we left off. And she did. She messaged me about a month later. She apologized. She said there was a lot of things going on. She jumped right back into the relationship, and we went for a few more months, and again, we had a situation where she was overwhelmed. She had a lot of things that were happening in her life with her family, with her job, and with her health. She had injured herself, and she ghosted me again. And the second time it was after I had tried to help her. I tried to be there for her. I tried to be present. I tried to show up for her when she needed it, and she didn't acknowledge that. In fact, every time I tried to get some time with her, she would come up with excuses when I knew she needed somebody in her life. And so it's just with her trauma, she just went into fight or flight mode. And that's one of those things that she shut down for 2 months. This time it was for 2 months. And the second time it actually wasn't as difficult for me because I realized that I don't know if this was worth the effort I was putting into it. But at the same time, I cared about her. I was concerned for her. I was trying to do what I could do to help her. I sent her a message and I said, look, I'm here. If you need me, the door's open. And so 2 months later, she messaged me again. And she had actually been stalking me on Facebook, or not directly because she had unfriended me, which is another red flag of sorts, very concerning. But a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, had tagged me in a post because we're working on a project together. And she said, hey, I saw you were working on something with so and so. And I was like, yeah, it's nice to hear from you. And I left it at that. I wasn't in a hurry to reconnect with her. I was sort of just waiting to see why she reached out after 2 months. And the next day, she sprung something on me that I had offered to her early on in our relationship when she was struggling. I won't get into too much details, but it was something fairly significant. It wasn't marriage or it wasn't anything financial. It was an offer, and I said, "Look, I'm here if you need me, and I have resources that I can take to help you if you need help." Well, she hesitated at first and then said, okay, I'll take you up on your offer. And in the space of a week, it escalated from I'm glad she reached out to me and I was happy to hear from her to what happened? Why did it escalate? She got increasingly desperate and angry. She was very unpredictable, and it made me pause and ask her, what are we doing here? What am I doing here? And so I backed out. I broke her trust, as she had put it. And that was a fair statement. I did. I actually broke her trust. I did, but I didn't do it maliciously. I didn't plan it out, but it was just something that I needed to put a pause on everything. That upset her. And being as unpredictable as she was, she sent me one last text and basically said, yeah, you hurt me and you broke my trust and you caused me a lot of pain. This isn't going to work out. Take care. And when I got that text, I was relieved. It's very strange for somebody that had been ghosted twice for a total of 3 months, but I was relieved because it was over. I got closure. I had my issues, she had her issues. I realized and I acknowledged a couple of things. One, it wasn't all me. And for you, for those of you in the ghosting community, it's not you. We all have battles we're fighting. You've heard that phrase before. We all have battles that other people don't know about that we're fighting. For those of you in this community, you're doing the right thing. You're joining communities, you're talking it out, you're acknowledging it that you were ghosted and you were hurt. And you're probably looking for answers. And I don't have all the answers for you, but I can tell you this for sure. It wasn't you. Despite that, I don't have any hard feelings. She was somebody that was a very big part of my life back then and now. So yeah, absolutely. I think about her. I worry about her, but it's just also there's nothing I could do for her until she addresses the issues that she's got in her life. That does not mean that she deserves whatever pain or suffering she's going through. Nobody does. That's terrible. We are all worthy of love. We are all worthy of love. And you and me and anybody out there that is looking to understand why people would ghost you and why they would shut down and play these games. But when it comes down to it, we are worthy, and that's why you're looking here. That's probably why you're here. You're asking why. What did I do? I do appreciate the Ghosting Talks community, this YouTube site, the folks that put this together. They know that pain. They know that you are out there trying to find help, trying to find answers, and you're doing the right thing by asking for help, by talking it out, by addressing it, by acknowledging it. In the end, we are all worthy of love.